Hello everybody, nice to see you all again. It's been a little while, but anyway, things have been kind of crazy here the last couple months for me, but we're going to go back to some old tales here. This one I think was back around 2009, I think it was, when I was still with Navajo, and this is during the winter months, and we used to pick up some stuff at down in Phoenix at for those sunflower markets or something in Denver. And anyway, normally when you would come out of Phoenix, especially during the winter, you know, you would take 40 and go up 25 would be the safer route. But they had this company policy in place at the time, which said that all trucks had to go up to I-70 in Utah and come across the mountains. And of course that policy didn't stay in effect for very long because of situations like what we're about to tell you. So I picked up my load, come up out of Phoenix, up through the back roads all the way up through Arizona and Utah and all through there, and that's a really nice ride too, especially during the summer. It's not bad. So we get there, get into Colorado, and already having a bad time. I was having personal problems, was fighting with my ex-wife like crazy over the last couple days. Another time we was on the verge of divorce, which when we didn't actually do it, but so it was just a bad day. So anyway, I'm coming across and get over towards over towards Vail that way, and it was just snowing like hell. Big snowstorm. Traffic, man, was just backed up like crazy. They had wrecks up there. Everybody, was stopped. And once we got stopped on this hill, trucks got stuck. I wasn't stuck. For some reason, I still have my traction. There was another Navajo truck beside me on the left lane. They were stuck, and this was a team. And so, between the two of them, they were trying to figure out how to put chains on so they could get rolling. And then, the guy in front of me, there was a flatbed in front of me, and I get out, and then he's like, he didn't even know how to put on chains either. And look, I'm no expert at putting on chains. I can get them on the tire and get the truck going, but I'm no expert. But he was like trying to help me out. Can you help me get these chains on? So I'm like, yeah, I'll try to give you a hand here. And so I'm trying to help him out. This guy comes up from behind me. He's in a wrecker behind me, and he's like, hey, I need you to move, get out of the way, so, because I got to get up here. I got a vehicle upside down, and I got to get up there and get that car out of the road. I'm like, well, dude, I don't know what to tell you, but my truck's not stuck. This guy in front of me is stuck, and this other guy on the left side of me is stuck. So you're telling me you need me to move? I don't know what you want me to do, dude. I can't go nowhere. So he goes back to his tow truck, right, and then comes so I'm still helping this guy in the flatbed finish up and put some chains on, at least get him moving. And finally, I know the Navajo, they finally got a pair of chains on. They took off driving, and they probably made it like 200 feet down the road, and the chains fell off, and they just kept going. They just like, screw it. So I didn't do very well, but they got it moving. So here comes the tow truck driver back there this time. This motherfucker gets in my face and starts screaming at me. He's like, "You gotta get that fucking truck out of my way, man. I gotta get up there. There's a wreck. I gotta get up there." I'm like, whoa. Hold on, motherfucker. I told you. The fucking truck is stuck in front of me, dude. What do you want me to do? I can't just fucking lift the truck up in midair so you can drive under me, dude. What the fuck is your problem? He gets all pissed. He's like, whoa. So he gets back in his fucking tow truck and like wiggles out of there, comes down the side of my trailer, fucking dragging a mirror of his tow truck down the side of my trailer. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. But so we finally, anyway, we got the flatbed. He got his shit together, and we got going. Go in. We got through all that. Get up to get up towards Georgetown there, and Vale. They had the chain law in effect. They had these big old signs, them big electronic signs for miles saying all trucks must chain up. But when you pulled off in the chain up area, the little sign wasn't flashing. So I get out there and I'm gonna throw my chains on, put two singles on the drives, just like get up the mountain. And there was a Swift truck in front of me. And these guys come back there and they say, "Do you think we should put our chains on?" I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, they've got these big electronic billboards for the last 100 miles telling you that you need to chain up. I think you should probably do it. Well, the little sign wasn't flashing, he says, so we don't think we're going to put our chains on. We're going to go. All right. Let's have at it. So I get my 2 chains on, start going up. Get about halfway up the damn mountain. Everybody's moving into the left lane because there's Swift jackknifed in the right lane. He's about half freaking cockeyed, slid sideways. Guys are out there trying to put their chains on. I just laugh at them, drive by. So anyway, got up to the top of the hill, got through all that, got out the other side and pulled over to go take my chains off, and I only had 1 left. Well, I lost 1 out of 2 that I put on, but I made it. So I take a chain off and thinking, so we go on and start proceeding out towards Lookout Mountain, and it's still pretty nasty out, but you're starting to come up towards that backside of Lookout Mountain where you make the final run and into Denver down the big hill. And I'm following this guy, and I'm back a little ways, but I'm just following him. All of a sudden he decides he's gonna hit the brakes and just pull off on the shoulder for some reason. So he pulled over, no problem. So as he started to slow down, I reacted by tap my brakes to slow down, and boom, like that, just lost traction. Freaking trailer just swung around on me. And I'm like, oh shit, and I'm looking, and like the tractor and the trailer just started folding up more and more. I'm like, oh, so I freaking start counter steering, as quick as I can, and finally I get the steers, so it straightens out, and so I pull back and start heading back towards the right lane, and as I go and I get it, and just like this, just as the trailer comes around out of the left lane, about 2 seconds later, there's a freaking FedEx with a set of doubles comes flying by me down the left lane, and another truck right behind him, man, just shot through, and I'm like, oh shit, man. I had no idea that them guys were even back there, you know, and I was like, he was like, damn, Navajo. He's like, I was about 2 seconds for heading for the ditch, man. I don't. It was like, yeah, either he was going to head for the ditch or he was going to be in my trailer. Oh, either way, that would have been an ugly situation, man. I don't know, too many people would have came out of that one, including me, because he, you know, I would have folded up, he would have hit the trailer, pushed me, and I would have went, God knows, down the freaking mountain off. That's, who knows, man. And so I was freaking out, and I'm like, you know, I'm like, I gotta pull over. So I start hitting the brakes again. It's still freaking, you know, sliding around, you know, but now I'm ready for it. So I'm just kind of wiggle my way onto the shoulder and everything. And it's like, oh man, that was a rough day right there. So anyway, after I calmed down, I finished and went on down to Denver to the yard and went to bed. Alright, we'll talk to y'all next time.